What is going on, guys? This is Sin and I'm back here with a top 5. Now, this week's top 5 is top 5 Gen 1 Pokemon. And before I go any further, I just want to let you guys know that this is all opinion based. It's all based off of personal experiences, not just stats and looks. It's just personal experiences with the Pokemon. And by all means, leave your top 5 in the comments section below. Now, let's get into it. Coming in at number 5 this week, we have Venusaur. Now, Venusaur is a really good Pokemon. I know JPP is like, why isn't it number 1? But Venusaur, you know, it's a good Pokemon. I'm not saying it's terrible. It's not my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon. So what I like about Venusaur is that it's a very good defensive Pokemon, and it's not bad offensively either. It's not bad at attacking. It's really good at taking a hit, and you know, it's not that slow either. It has some decent speed for as big as it is. It is a grass poison type, so my biggest fears are when I face fire types or psychic types. Usually I don't throw Venusaur out there when it's in that disadvantage, but you know, Venusaur is a really good Pokemon, and if you haven't used one yet, then you're wrong. Coming in at number 4 this week, and now JPP's probably real mad, it is Blastoise. He's like, why is Blastoise above Venusaur? Well, Venusaur, like I said, is really good, but look at what Blastoise can do for you. Look at the attack, look at the defense, the special attack and special defense. I mean, this thing is the definition of a tank. It even has fucking cannons coming out of its fucking shell. I mean, that's the definition of a cannon. So, in a tank, he's a tank. And, wow, Venusaur is good, but Blastoise is better. I haven't had enough experience with Blastoise enough to say that it's my favorite, but it is definitely up there, one of my favorite Pokemon in Gen 1. Like I said, really good in just about every stat except for speed, and it's really good. If you haven't used one yet, like I said, you are wrong. This guy is really good. Number 3 this week, we have Executor. Now, Executor is one of those Pokemon that the only reason it's in my top 5 is because of personal experience. Executor, it was kind of a rare find in the Safari Zone. You catch it and, you know, you evolve it with the Leaf Stone. It is Grass Psychic, which makes it really just out of this world good. Not many Grass Psychics out there in the world, and man, if you get that Grass Psychic, you have so many advantages out there that you could just wreck bitches, and in just more ways than one. And this Pokemon has great special attack. It's pretty much average in everything else. Well, above average in attack, and I would say kind of above average on defense, but special attack or special defense, my apologies, is kind of weak, and the speed is also really low. But man, it's this one of those things. Personal experience. You have that Grass Psychic advantage. You got that type advantage. You can wreck just about anybody. Number 2 this week, and this may be coming as to a surprise to some of you. Some of it may not. It is Jolteon. Now, Jolteon is very good at speed. Look at that speed stat. It's 130. It's very fast, and it'll pretty much go first in every situation. And if you give it like a bunch of special attacks too, like Thunderbolt, Thunder, like any special attack, it will wreck just about anything. It's like the Luxray of Gen 1. Like, Luxray is a really good attacker. I think if you compare Luxray to Jolteon, that Luxray would obviously be the better Pokemon, I think, but not by much. But there are some things that I like about Jolteon. Special defense is also pretty good. And Jolteon, do not mess with this Pokemon because it will wreck you. If you get one Thunderbolt in on Jolteon, it is over, especially if you have the type disadvantage. And numero uno on today's top 5, this week's top 5, is Charizard. Now, this is a Pokemon that will probably be number 1 on all of my like Charizard type list, where I can wherever I could throw a Charizard in, it'll probably be number 1 or somewhere in that top 5. Charizard, back in the day when I was playing Pokemon Red, I started out with Charmander, and it's funny because, you know, this is now you're like, oh, here we go, back to the nostalgia fucking bullshit. Anyway, Charmander was my first ever Pokemon, and I raised it to be a Charizard, and Charizard was just wrecking through everything, and I was just like, I love this Pokemon, like with the little nerdy glasses that I had back when I was 8 years old, and just killing everything, you know. I love myself a Charizard. It's all based off of personal experience, back when I was it goes all the way back to when I was like 8 years old. So when I first picked up the Pokemon game, I was just like, yeah, let's pick Charmander because I don't know what else to pick. So yeah, that's pretty much why Charmander / Charizard. And now even with Gen 6 with Mega Charizard, it turns into Fire Dragon, and I'm just like getting the fucking lube out. Basically, I mean, Fire Dragon, that's just fucking P right there. So yeah, a lot of you guys were thinking like, oh my god, why'd you pick Charizard? Well, there you go. Charizard is my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon. Always will be, to use anyways, not just stats wise. But Pikachu is also an honorable mention, but it's only because of looks and stuff. So Pikachu is just adorable, and it has swag, but I wouldn't throw it out there in a battle. It's too weak. Nothing against Pikachu or nothing. It's just not there. But anyway, guys, Charizard is #1 for that reason. So that wraps up this week's top 5 Gen 1 Pokemon. Please leave your top 5 in the comment section below. And next week there will be a straw poll. There'll be another top 5. Please vote on the straw poll below on what you want to see for my next top 5. But until next time, my name is Sin, and I am out. Peace.